Ciao e benvenuto. Hello and welcome inside the Milano Santa Giulia Arena. Semi-final day in the para ice hockey tournament at Milano Cortina 2026. Canada versus China. A spot in the gold medal game on the line. Canada has made the final in the last two editions of the Paralympic Winter Games and has brought back much of the core of the team from those tournaments, including Captain Tyler McGregor, who leads this squad in scoring with 10 points. China started the tournament with two impressive wins, but then ran into a world of penalty trouble and a world of hurt in their final group game, losing 7-1 against the U.S. Lack of discipline was an issue, according to the coach. They'll look to address that. China won its first ever Paralympic medal 4 years ago at home in para hockey. It was bronze. Their top scorer, Shen Yifeng, says he hopes to upgrade it this year, but Canada stands in its path. These two teams met in Buffalo last year at the World Championships in the round robin. A tie game in that one going into the third period, but Canada erupted for 3 goals in 4 minutes and won it 4-2. Canada versus the People's Republic of China. The referee in today's game is Patrick Myers. Linesman, Marius Hermanson Oswald and Tony Lundstrom. The captains shaking hands with the officials. Canada's Tyler McGregor celebrated his 32nd birthday this week. 3 Paralympic medals already for him. China's captain is Wang Zhidong. Has a really good tournament going with 5 goals and 4 assists. Rob Snook alongside 2006 para ice hockey gold medalist Paul Rosen. Paul, what's the formula for success for each of these teams?
Well, the key to China winning this game is they have to stay out of the penalty box. They've been undisciplined against the big teams in this tournament, and if they take penalties, they are going to pay. Canada has to start fast. They have great offensive juggernaut, incredible offensive players that can put the puck in the net. Tyler McGregor, Dom Cosolino, you can go on and on. They want a quick start.
So Boris Rebelka knows what's at stake for his team, a spot in the gold medal game. Pretty good contingent of fans from both sides, particularly from Canada in the house at the Santa Giulia Arena in Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. China's top scorer in years past has been Shen Yifeng, the left winger from the first line, but keep an eye on his centerman, who is the captain. We talked about him already. Wang is a really good playmaker, plays a really good all-around game. In the NHL, we sometimes call that a 200-foot game. Nikolai Sharshuska, the head coach, and looks like he's sporting a little bit of a playoff kind of beard here this week.
Yeah, he either that or somebody stole his razors.
That can happen.
It can happen.
The best of us.
Absolutely. It's happened to me before.
Yeah.
He's going to be goaltending too. Both goalies have had good tournaments. We'll see. Watson hasn't had a lot of chances on him, but he's had some quality chances, especially the last couple of games.
There's Canadian captain Tyler McGregor. His teammate James Dunn, what he said about this Chinese team is they're fast, they're physical, and they expect a high speed and a lot of physicality to be shown. There is Shen Yifeng. He can really fly, but he's turned into playmaker on these games. He's put up some nice numbers for Team China. A goal, but 9 assists, so equal with Tyler McGregor's 10 points, but he's done it mostly as a playmaker. It is time for the semi-final between Canada and China. Canada in the red jerseys, China is in yellow. Lelev sends it across the line. He had a goal last year at the World Championships against this team from China. And we're underway. The play already in the Team China zone. Wang Hui is in net for Team China. They have used both goaltenders, as has Canada. Zhu gains control, and he'll slide it out to center ice for Shen. He's got speed. Albert cutting him off, though, into the corner. Albert has been a real impressive. He has played really impressively for Canada throughout the tournament, both offensively and defensively. He's got the puck now. Number 92, nice little no-look pass to the captain, McGregor. carries across center. He'll left-hand it into the zone, and that's right on net. And it almost squeaked past Wong.
That was one of those very tricky ones. Big hit again.
It looked like, Paul, I think the goaltender thought, hey, he's just going to dump that into the corner. I'm going to think about maybe going out of my net to play it.
I agree with you. He fell asleep a little, and he just got his stick on it.
So just a minute gone by. McGregor's going to hustle back now. Chu Jianping was on him. China's only loss in the tournament so far came against the U.S. Lelev racing after it. You'll see a lot of defensemen in the para ice hockey game will rush up the ice. All that means is that one of the forwards' job is to cover for them. Here comes China to center. They played a tough game against the U.S. for a long time, and then it kind of fell apart in the second and third periods, and it was a lot of the penalty trouble that caused the issue. Cozzolino, a pass ahead for Dunn. Boyle racing after it. He's had a nice tournament for Canada. Boyle with 4 goals and 4 assists so far. Here's a chance for Cozzolino. Try to slide it in for Boyle. It's going to roll off the stick. Boyle in behind the net. Centering pass picked off by Lee. And here comes China back down the ice.
Fast-paced game.
So far, it's got some pace, that is for sure. Corbin Watson's first touch of the puck. I'm sure he's happy for that one from range. Cozzolino. Best forward at the World Championships back in 24, the ones that Canada won at home in Calgary.
Broken stick on the far side.
Zhong Shidong sends the puck down the ice. Will it go far enough for an icing? No, it's negated by the speed of China's Wang Zhidong. Centering pass, and it goes right through the blue ice. And this is an offside against China. Zhu Shanfu couldn't catch up to that in time to keep it in.
So far you've seen some really good contact. China likes to play extremely physical. They have to walk a fine line. If they, here it is right here, coming down the side, this is the shot. Pad save by Watson. Stick stop there. It's going to be critical that China walks a fine line. They can't get insane. They have to play intensity, not insanity.
Ah, very good. Zach Lavin didn't see where the puck went up. The player from China did. Zhu fires it in. Greg Westlake was a bit of a question mark. He missed the last game, but he's in the lineup for Canada here, wearing number 12 in his 6th Paralympic Winter Games. There's a shot launched wide of the net by Zhang Zheng. You'll hear his name a lot. He plays about average of 26 minutes or so in a 45-minute game. Halbert across for Dixon. Canada rolling its 3 lines here, trying to get everybody involved. Here's Shen. Curls back behind his net. Second in scoring at the Beijing Games 4 years ago was Shen.
Waved up again.
Good speed by China. They continue to negate those icings. Adam Dixon's going to dump it down, at least into the center ice area. Here's Shen. He took a hit from McGregor, but got the puck forward, and McGregor's the one who went down. Anton Jacobs-Webb collects it for Canada. Around the boards for Halbert. He'll let it go to the blue line, but kept in by China. Watson steers it off. Jacobs-Webb. Been a veteran on this team for a number of years. Canada punches the puck out to center ice. Armstrong chasing after it. It'll be picked up by Liam Hickey. And a penalty coming here as Hickey was upended. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It looks like an elbowing call against China's Wang Zhujiang.
This is exactly what we talked about. So far, China has played an absolute perfect game, exactly what their coach wants, but you cannot get in the box. And Canada is talking about it amongst themselves. They know exactly what they're going to do. You will isolate to back to the point. McGregor is the key to this. Cozzolino, McGregor. You want to get McGregor the shot. He's the one that has the absolute cannon shot. They will try to go upstairs on the goaltender for China. Here's another one. Watson, he's had a few shots, but they've been very, very easy. Pad stop into the corner, stick stop into the corner. A little bit of strategy going on. Steve Arsenault, old-time player for Team Canada, talking to the boys.
Pretty good contingent of Canadian fans in the crowd. Lots of family members.
Yeah, we've had a chance to talk to all kinds of family members from Czechia, from the United States, from Canada.
We even had a chance to chat with the coach of Team Italy, Mirko Bianchi.
Very nice gentleman.
Canada has scored 6 power play goals already. Dixon has to hustle and makes a nice play because Shen can absolutely fly. Canada third in the tournament on the power play percentage-wise. 6 goals on 13 puts them at 46%. Canada's going to bang it out to center. McGregor calmly slides a pass across for Cozzolino. Takes it smartly under his sled, absorbs a hit, lets the puck go to Dixon. Dixon walks in a stride, left-hand shot. It deflects wide of the net. Hickey, McGregor shoots, rebound, squirts free, and Zhu is going to have a chance to fire it out to center.
That was very lucky there. He gave up way too much of the long side of the net.
Zhu's got it. He'll dump it back to center ice. And is killed off almost a minute. Dixon stick handling at his own blue line. Cozzolino, touch pass for McGregor. This is going to be a delayed offside if they bring it in. Now they have time. Dunn's going to chase after it in an open corner, but Shen's going to get there before him. Dodges around Dunn, but Dunn does well to shut down his path. 40 seconds to go in the Canadian power play. McGregor battles with Zhu in the corner. It comes free for Dunn. He's got a bit of a path to the net. Tries a super sharp angle shot. Wasn't going to work. Shen had a chance to clear it, and he couldn't get it out. Here's McGregor. Nice little pass to himself, and then he lost it. Following up is Cozzolino. And now Hickey. Final seconds in the Canadian power play. Hickey, nice swing over across for McGregor. He scores! The goaltender couldn't get there in time. It's a power play goal. It's 1-0 Canada.
You cannot, when you have an opportunity to get the puck out and you're in your zone and you don't get full stick on it to get it all the way down, and they had it 3 different times to get the puck out and they couldn't get it out, you cannot give Tyler McGregor a wide open net. I don't know what the goaltender was doing. He was so stuck on the one side. McGregor looked up and he goes, oh my goodness, it's a late birthday present. Wow, and he's got a great shot.
And he made no mistake about that one, that is for sure. So the goal at the 6:05 mark, definitely set up by Hickey, and Cozzolino is going to pick up the 2nd assist. Power play goal, Canada's 7th power play goal of the tournament. That was their 4th shot now, China. They're out shooting Canada 4-3. The score is 1-0 for the team in red. Jacobs-Webb slides it ahead for Boyle. He feeds it ahead for Slavin. Slavin has proven to be super versatile for Canada. He's played the game at both defense and at forward in this tournament.
That's a huge help.
My coaches sure love that. We're getting a penalty here.
Interference to Halbert, I think. Yes. He knocked Shen into the net.
Shen is slow to, sorry, that's Wong.
Wong.
Slow to get up here. No, it is, in fact, Tien Jintao.
These yellow sweaters are very hard to...
They're a bit tricky, yeah. Yeah, a bit tricky.
Well, here's China's opportunity on the power play. They had a half-decent kill there. It's just that they couldn't get the puck out of the zone.
No, and I mean, it's like that in any form of hockey. If you don't take advantage of those opportunities, you're sometimes going to pay the price. Here's Wang Zhujiang. He flips a high one. Watson reaching way up, got a piece of it. Rob Armstrong, veteran of the Canadian team, rims it around the boards. Kept in by Wang Zhujiang. Canada's going to get it back, and Lavin's going to snap it down the ice.
And that's what you have to do. Exactly what Team China did not do. In the zone, get it out all the way down. Don't be afraid.
Li Hongguan slides a pass ahead for Song Jiodong, but it's going to be thrown right back down the ice by Armstrong. Rob Armstrong in his third Paralympic Winter Games.
Good work on the boards by Zach Lavin.
China trying to get organized here with Liu. Liu, one of their more aggressive players.
Great play by Cosolino to pick that out of the air.
Hand-eye coordination on so many of these players, on so many of the teams now. Ball just blows your mind. And we're going to interference penalty is going to be coming here to China. And we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey. Obviously, they're trying to create some space for Shen. And if you're a fan of Team China, you'll love that. But it can't be at the expense of completely taking out another player.
That is going to drive Sharshukin, the coach of China, absolutely crazy. You cannot do that. Hickey throws it over. Here's the goal again. Wide open cage. You talk about a yawning cage.
Well, I mentioned Liu being one of the more aggressive players on China, and he's the man in the box. Took that interference penalty. So 4-on-4 for 50 seconds, then Canada will get a 1:10 power play unless something changes. Puck slides towards the net. Will be picked up by Zhang. Now Zhu, he'll rim it around the boards. Dixon gets there to block it, and it's flipped back to center ice. Armstrong goes back to get it. Surveys the scene and is able to push it past the red line, but Shen reclaims the puck for Team China. Hickey watching him. Dixon picks up the loose puck, launches it at the net. Wong makes the save, but again looked a little bit shaky. Here's Zhu, pushes it up the boards. Comes in front for McGregor. His shot is blocked. Going to be picked up by Zhen. He wants to get in a race, but it didn't pan out this time. Canada has to clear the zone. They do. They've got a power play now.
Get the veteran Dixon on the point. He went off and Lavin came back on. Lavin getting a lot of ice time so far.
Oren Helbert drops it back. Here is Canada's number 23, Liam Hickey, a pride of St. John's, Newfoundland. He'll dump it in. He's got a really big contingent of fans here watching. Here's Liam Perez, Tyler McGregor. Across ice for Hickey. He shoots, and he rockets it over top of the net. Lavin keeps it in at the blue line. Slides it back in the corner for Hickey. Absorbs a hit, keeps the puck in his possession, slides it back for Lavin. He chops at it for Cosolino. A couple of number 19s battling in the corner with Zhang and Cosolino. The puck squirts in behind the net. Wong's going to fire it off the boards, and down the ice it goes.
And now they clear it.
Halbert had a monster game for Canada earlier in the tournament, where he piled up 7 points, 4 goals and 3 assists in the win over Japan. Here is Wang Shujiang, long pass to center. Nobody was going to get on the end of that. Zach Lavin will dump it in.
All even now.
Inside of 5 minutes to play, a power play goal for Canada is all that separates these two teams. The shots 5-4 Canadians. The drop pass lands on the stick of Liu, who served his penalty. He's going to send an easy one towards Corbin Watson's net. It was going wide, but he's going to gather it in and get a whistle anyway.
Now, a few minutes ago, we saw Liam Hickey with a great opportunity, and he shot the puck wide. He's been snake bit this tournament. He's had many, many opportunities, and he just can't seem to hit the net. And he has been a real key to Canada's success over the years, Rob.
Yeah, and it's not like he hasn't contributed, but
nope.
I agree with you. Like, he's 3 goals coming into this game, 8 assists, so many things well.
That was a shaky. He tried to get it with a blocker, and it just slid under and caught the top of the stick.
Zhu might have got away with an elbow there. There's Hickey throwing his weight around. He can contribute in that way as well.
It has been a very physical game so far.
And I think both teams expected that.
Absolutely.
The spot in the gold medal game is on the line, let's not forget.
And there is another 4 years. It's not like the Paralympics come around every year.
No.
4 years till the Alps in France.
China was in the bronze medal game 4 years ago, and they were also in the bronze medal game at the last 3 World Championships. Each time came a little bit short against Czechia. Last year it was in overtime. So they want to get away from anything that resembles fourth. Here's Boyle. He's had a really nice tournament for Canada. Busting out to center. Boyle, nice pass for Nelev, and he fanned on it. Casalino, though, good puck support. He'll snap one on net. Wong with a big save with that big trapper.
That was an absolute beautiful stop. Put the big glove up, the big trapper up, and the big mid up, and caught it. And that was going in the top corner. Look at that. Right under, that would have been right under the bar.
Only goal of the game so far, scored by Canadian captain Tyler McGregor, his 5th of the tournament. He's out there right now with Hickey and a chance in front. The puck's just lying there. They score. McGregor, Johnny on the spot. The loose puck was sitting behind Wong. He didn't know where it was. McGregor did.
I think that was a deflection by Hickey. Shot from the point. Hickey got the deflection on it. Goaltender had no chance. Leaked underneath him. It's sitting there. Let's see it here. Here's the shot from the point. Hickey with the deflection. Underneath him, waiting. McGregor again says thank you so much for the open net. 2 of the easiest goals McGregor will ever get. Shot to the point.
You wonder how high was Hickey's stick?
They might, and they are looking at it. Good call, Rob. That might be a high stick. That just might be. Couldn't see it from that angle.
Remind us how high the stick has to be considered a high stick.
Over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder. It's not a crossbar like it is in the standing game.
That would be really high.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it, and he's talking to the control department.
Patrick Myers, the referee in the game.
Well, I'm 1 for 4 on calling it. I'm going to say no goal. I don't know. Here we go. Ooh, that's high. That's high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to come off the board. I think it's going to be no goal for Canada. Hickey with a beautiful deflection, just a little too high. And what? Back and forth. Lang still has to stop that. It just got underneath him. They're watching this a long time. Look at that right there. If you see, it's touching the stick there. It's over his head, actually.
Yeah, I suspect if he feels like it's conclusive proof that Patrick Myers is, along with the replay officials, might well call this one back. So it's not that he scored with the high stick, it's that he touched the puck with a high stick.
Right.
Now this begs the question, touch the puck with a high stick, the other team touches it.
Goalie touched. I think when the goalie touches it is a different, it's a different situation. If another player touched it, then 100% it's everything's good. But I think by the goalie touching it and letting it go through, we're speculating. I just, from what I'm looking at, it's no goal. They're taking a long time.
Yeah, they sure are. But you know what? They're trying to get it right.
And that,
use the technology to get the call right.
And I've always said, get it right. If it takes an extra minute, get it right. This is a massive game. Is that a good conversation with the truck?
Interesting, though, how normally when a player contacts the puck with a high stick, an official's arm will go up immediately and wait for the next the next touch of the puck, and that didn't happen at full motion.
Here we
speed.
go, he's ready. It could be also that, remember, this is a first for a lot of these refs.
Patrick Myers has seen the video, and he says, no, he says it's a goal.
Wow, he's going to have to explain this one. Look at the coach. He's got his hand up in the air. They're not happy. The only thing I can think of, Rob, is that it was high. We saw it over his head. Is that the possession by the goaltender, the save, wiped it out. That's the only thing I can think of.
Or he just somehow didn't feel it was conclusive over the shoulder of where it contacted the stick. But we thought it was. Nevertheless.
I'm 1 for 4 now, so don't...
Tyler McGregor's 6th goal of the tournament has Canada leading 2-0 with 4:17 to go in the opening period.
Tyler McGregor's mom and dad right there.
Anton Jacobs, who have on the face-off. I should mention he is #1 in the tournament in face-offs, and he won that draw that helped set up that goal. At 71%, Paul. You don't see that very often. The puck is dumped into the Team China zone. Now they need to try to settle things down and keep doing the good things they were doing. Stay out of the penalty box. Here's Song. His drop pass is easily picked off by McGregor. He had a chance to clear it. He couldn't, but his second effort does. And look at this. Swims it over to Halbert. Looked like Summer McIntosh there, one of the Canadian swimmer. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I like Tyler McGregor. Been watching the other Olympics, I guess. The summer version. Hickey and Jacobs-Webb battling for it in the corner. China keeps it going with Wang Zhujiang, but he's again overwhelmed by 2 Canadians. Now China's going to have a chance to control the puck. Wang just slides it up the wing for Song Jiadong. He's trying to filter a pass through for Tianjin Tao, but it's going to be an icing call.
He tried to beat it, and he gave the icing, but just missed it. There's a shot, just leaks under him. He would have been better off staying upright and letting it hit him, but he tried to, look at, here it is again, the deflection. Now deflection's hard, but he tipped down too fast and just leaked out and that stayed out. Now I wonder if it would have gone in, would it have been a goal off the actual deflection?
That's an excellent question. Armstrong swats the puck into the corner. Boyley's going to race after it. Dunn is there for support. Comes to Dunn. Snaps one on net. Tried to sneak it past Wang, who was ready with the glove.
There's been some very tricky shots in the 9 shots by Team Canada so far. Smart shooting. You cannot go wrong shooting from angles. The old knuckle puck. I remember a goalie years ago that said, how would you expect me to stop a knuckle puck?
People don't realize it, but if you take a shot and the puck's already kind of bouncing or spinning, sometimes it just creates absolute havoc. Chu down the ice. Will it hit the net? Yes. I think I thought it glanced off of Corbin Watson, but no, it was off the side of the net.
I thought it got a little the blue paint. I think if you get the blue paint, it used
to be.
Yeah, okay, they might have changed. And there's Milo. Milo, the mascot, where his leg is, his tail is a leg. I love that. Being an amputee, his tail is a leg.
I love that too. Just over 2.5 minutes to go, opening period. Canada 2 goals by their captain Tyler McGregor and lead it 2-0. 1 even strength, 1 on the power play. Puck chopped back outside the blue line. Shen ahead for Wang. Those two have been a dynamite duo throughout this tournament. Canadians a little bit, I don't know, sloppy in front of their own net, I guess. Here's Halbert out of Calgary, Alberta. He'll dump the puck in. Zhu Shanfu sends it in behind his own net. Boyle with an absolute huge hit in the corner. Boyle. And they're going to come up with the puck. Here's Lalave, but he couldn't get anything on it. Dunn picks it up. James Dunn's had a really nice tournament for Canada with 5 goals already. Cozzolino slides it back in for Boyle. Shen all over him. It's going to come back for Dunn. Does a nice job outweighting his man. Gives it to Cozzolino. And Wong's going to grab it, and he'll slide it out to center. There is a broken stick right in front of the Canadian bench. Good job by the linesman to see that, pick it up, and get it out of harm's way.
Oh, nice play. Oh, that's, yes.
Penalty coming here against Canada's Halbert as soon as they touch the puck. And they're going to call it elbowing, but pick your poison. It's going to be a Team China power play.
That's what you call a good penalty, though. He was gone. Shen is so quick, and he just slipped it around Halbert. If Halbert doesn't bring him down, he's gone on a breakaway. So look at this. He just catches him. The speed of Shen.
Theoretically, it's not an elbow, but it's more, I think your first reaction was interference.
That's what I thought, but you know what?
It doesn't matter. It is a pick your poison kind of play. So it's 5-on-4, Team China with 1:12 to go. If they can't score here, they'll have 48 seconds on fresh ice to start the second period with the power play. Team China's power play, 57% efficient. Number 1 actually in the tournament, but they've only had this is their 8th power play. Trying to get something going here, trying to get a goal before the intermission. Shen tries to shake off Armstrong, drops it back for Tien. His shot partially blocked. China keeps it alive. Wong stopped by Watson. McGregor sprawling around on the ice. Fires it off the boards. Kept in at the blue line, though. Shen swings it across for Tien. Hasn't been able to shoot it yet. Now Shen might be able to. Throws it in front. They score! Zhang goes to the net, and he gets rewarded. And China is on the board with a power play goal.
And China has actually played a very good, smart period. They didn't let that potential high stick goal bother them. Coming in, real good action, slips it off, and on a real nice way. Get his stick, look, there's 2 Canadians on him, and he still managed, Zhang, to get his stick in. Zhang Zhu, stick on the puck and pushes it through 2 Canadians on him in the house. Watch, and just misses it. They will be extremely happy with this period with only 23 seconds left. Power play goal.
Tang Zhen scores his first of the tournament. I feel like he's made a nice contribution to Team China's success thus far. Here's James Dunn. He falls. Song had a chance to clear it. He couldn't. Tien spins around. Boyle watching him. We're into the final seconds, though. And no chance to shoot for Team Canada. They score twice. Team China scores once. It's Canada's lead, 2-1, after 1 period of play here in the semifinal game in Milano Cortina 2026.
As the 2 teams make their way to the dressing room, Team Canada had a lot of really good action, but Team China has to be happy with the way they played. Very physical. Both goals, wide open net for Tyler McGregor. He's never going to miss those. Scoring late is a big boost for Team China, and I think they're going to go in the dressing room and talk about some real good things.
So McGregor scores at 6:05 from Hickey and Cozzolino. He scores again, a goal that took a while to review from Hickey and Lelev. So 2 points for Liam Hickey. And then Zhang Zhen on the power play at 14:36. That's where we sit, heading into the first intermission. Canada outshot China in that period, 9-5.
Players going off the ice, and crowd, a lot of flags. both countries.
There's the official numbers, 9-5 the shots. Each team 1 for 2 on the power play. Canada dominating in the face-off circle, 64%, so 9 for 14.
Here's the opportunity. Team China coming down the wing. Lots of speed. Watson pushes it off to the side. And he has his glove behind the stick. That was an absolute gift. McGregor with a wide open net. He probably looked up and was shocked that he had that much of the net. Put it in the top corner. He has an absolute cannon of a shot.
Almost think maybe Wong didn't see the pass go across.
Yeah, something happened there because look at, he's nowhere near it. Nice play here. Just misses it, slips off the, he looked up and you have to know that you have the puck on your stick. He just missed it. Pasolino with a beautiful shot and a great stop.
There's that face-off win by Jacobs Webb.
And that's the goal. Great deflection, great hand-eye coordination from Liam Hickey. McGregor looks and he's got the wide open net again, puts it in. Here it is again. Looking, nobody knows where it is other than him.
Yep, he and the referee are the only two people, and us, we knew.
Yeah, we knew also.
Well,
we got a great view, though.
Perfect view. Up at center ice at the Santa Giulia Arena.
Very impressed with that one. Armstrong, Boyle all over him, and he can't, or Henry, Armstrong and Henry all over him, and he still gets enough of it to slip it by Watson to make it 2-1.
Great setup by Shen, and then a great finish by Zhang Zhen.
Shen's been everywhere. He has done as much as he can so far. In this game, you can't count anybody out.
No. Can't count them out. It's a 2-1 game. Canada leads after 1 period of play in the semifinal in Milano. 3 goals in the first period, 2 by Canada's captain McGregor and 1 by Zhang Zhen. His first of the tournament. McGregor's 5th and 6th. One of them on the power play. The other one a lot more controversial, but he was allowed to stand. And Canada leads it 2-1, beginning period number 2. As they make their way back out onto the ice. There's the goal scorer right there, number 19, Zhen Zheng, who had a really solid contribution, averaging over 26 minutes, almost 27 per game for Team China through the tournament. 2-goal scorer, there he is, Tyler McGregor, just celebrated his 32nd birthday this week. And he was saying he was going to go with his family to Lake Como for the day. They had kind of 2 days in between games, the teams did. One day the coaches gave them off, Paul, and the other day they were practicing. And almost all the teams did that.
Yeah, they did, really did, because you want to enjoy a little bit of it too. You know, he had his parents here. I think it's his fiancée. I don't think they're married yet, but regardless, his fiancée or his wife, not both of them though, were.
I know Team USA coach was Dan Hoff was saying he doesn't want his players playing hockey 9 days in a row. He wants that break in there. It's kind of a mental reset, and then get ready to attack the playoff round.
Absolutely, and you want to be able to see. You're in a beautiful country. You want to be able to do some team things. Team China has an opportunity to do some really, really good things here. They've picked up some great momentum the last 2 minutes of the first period.
Anton Jacobs-Webb lines up at center ice for Canada against Wang Zhidong. And we're underway, second period. Team China in yellow, Team Canada in red. Here comes Shen, guarded at the blue line by Hickey. McGregor picks up the puck, but we're getting a penalty here. China is going to the power play for the 3rd time in this game. And they are 1 for 2.
Yeah, he cut the sled in the side.
Lelev, so a teeing call, I believe.
Yeah, right in the side with the bucket, and the bucket is not as protective as you think it is.
Right. And maybe, is it fair to say, maybe not as protective as it once was? Or,
no.
Or not? Or is it the same?
It was heavier, but I don't know if there was more protection.
Right.
Everything was heavier 20 years ago in the game.
Canada has the best penalty kill in the tournament coming into this game. But they did give up a power play goal in the first period. Last time these two teams met back in Dawson Creek in late November, Canada scored 2 shorthanded goals against China.
Smart play there. McGregor let it squeak out, and Hickey fires it down.
Here's a chance for Hickey. Almost had a shot at the open net, but the goaltender's back in it now. Here's a chance for McGregor. He fanned on it. Oh, that doesn't happen often for number 8.
They are so lucky, Team China. He had the wide open net again.
Here comes Wang. Armstrong hustling back, following up is Tien. He scores!
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. What a beautiful play by Team China. Takes it in the zone, drops it, and Tien comes through and rips one. Absolutely rips it through. Corbin Watson waits, comes across and under the blocker, under the crossbar, over the blocker. No chance, actually. So close and so hard.
Oh, beautiful.
He had Watson going the wrong way. He had Watson sliding over to the long side, and he snuck it in the short side, and Team China is very excited.
And well-deserved. Shen picks up his 2nd assist of the game, continues to be playmaker. but that was all about the sniping ability of Tian Jin Tao. That came just seconds after Tyler McGregor had a chance to make it 3-1 on one net. And it's a power play goal for China. They're 2 for 3 on the man advantage. Cozzolino's going to grab the puck. Nice spinning play to control it. He tries to feed it through. Comes to Dunn now. He absorbs a hit, but that's going to be a penalty against China. And a teeing call. Some people call it T-boning.
I think we've had more penalties in this game so far than we've had in 2 or 3 games combined.
Yeah, it's not what either team would have on their program. You want to be aggressive, but you want to stay out of the box.
Especially the way they've been playing, to come back and tie it up. Both their goals, beautiful goals. Both Canada's goals, a wide open net and a questionable high stick. They're really playing well.
Cozzolino wins the face-off back to Adam Dixon, the 4-time, or is he a 5-time Paralympian now? I think he's 5. Drop pass for Cozzolino. Swings it back for Dixon. Never panics with the puck. Gives it to Cozzolino. To the blue line for Hickey. He's got a bit of room. Stick handles around one. Still has it. Slides it in for Dixon. And the pass would have been picked off. There's a chance for Hickey. That's broken up. McGregor gets it back. Stick handles with it. Gets a left-hand shot away.
Finally, they get it down the ice. Aggressive on the kill.
Cozzolino slides a pass ahead for James Dunn. He'll carry it across the Team China blue line, slam it in, and then he gets slammed into by Shen. It comes back to Hickey. To the blue line, Cozzolino, his shot is blocked. McGregor's gonna go collect it. He's got both of Canada's goals. Here's Dixon. And it's gonna come out to center ice. Canada's gonna have to regroup.
Smart play by Team China in their own zone, using the boards. Get that puck out.
Steal by Shen. He might have a path to the net, but Liam Hickey gets back in a hurry, and he blocks the shot. And then it'll be pushed out to the blue line, but not out. And China's got it with Shen again. He throws it in front for Wong. Spinning shot. Watson, nice save. He was patient. He waited. They both waited. Shen did too, to set up Wong. And now Hickey races after the puck, trying to beat Zhu around the corner. Slams into the boards. Stays with it though. Cozzolino's gonna go get it. Final seconds of the Canadian power play. Onto the stick of Captain Tyler McGregor. He got spilled in the corner. The puck's gonna come down the ice. Song Jiodong didn't know. Had he hung around the blue line, he might have had a breakaway.
Nice play by Watson to get the puck up to Cozzolino.
Cozzolino dishes it off for Liam Hickey. He launches it into the Team China zone. After it goes Tian Jin Tao. Snaps a pass, but too far for his teammate. Armstrong has it under his sled for a moment, but now Cozzolino controls. Cozzolino calmly flips the puck into the China zone. Song goes back for it. China's confidence growing here. 2-2 tie. 4 minutes and change into the period. Knocked down by Zach Lavin. Controlled by Shang Yifeng. He'll send it out to center. Oren Halbert snaps a pass across for Cozzolino. He's at the end of a pretty long shift, I think. It's fired off the boards by China. Can they clear it? No. Anton Jacobs-Webb gets after it. Here's Armstrong. Jacobs-Webb centers it, but only 2 players in yellow are there, and they'll work it out to center ice. Might be a collision here. Halbert's got his man lined up, and instead he's just going to take over the puck from Tian.
China's playing very well in the Canadian zone.
Here comes Albert across the blue line. His pass just out of the reach of Lavin. He's going to have to go back and get it. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. It was a 2-0 Canadian lead. It's 2-2 now. Zhang and Tian, the goal scorers after McGregor got 2 for Canada.
Just missed the opportunity to take it on the half wall there.
China has scored a goal on its only shot of the period. And they're coming back looking for more. Good job on the butt end of the stick by Lelev. Now Halbert's going to grab it. Launches it out to center. Smart play, doesn't go for the icing.
China picks it up in their zone. They got to be very, very careful here. Good forecheck.
That scramble along the boards. Boyle does good work. It goes off the stick of McGregor. And it'll be pushed out to center, and here comes a chance. Can they get it to the man, Zhu? No, Tien's going to keep it. He's got someone going to the net. Gives him the pass, and he snaps it wide. That was Li Hongguan. Halbert, after dodging a bit of a bullet there, gets it to Lelev. Dunn's going to try to get to this one. Good forecheck, though, by China. Banged out to the blue line. Boyle, here's McGregor. He just flips it to open ice, hoping Lelev can get after it. Good job by China to control it. Halbert intercepts, though. Breaks away from one player, can't break away from the other. Gets chopped back into the Canadian zone.
China is giving Canada everything they can throw at them.
Lelev races after it in his own corner. Zheng, one of the goal scorers for China, pushes it back the other way. Trying to push it back to the blue line was Chu. Now Wong in front for Song, and he didn't miss by much. Good hit, good physical play there by Shen. Comes to the blue line, kept in by Zhang. Swings it across for Song Jiudong. His shot blocked. Shen buzzes after it, gets to it first. Intercepted, though, by Hickey, or at least Boyle. And it's going to deflect right into the Team China bench. And both teams are going to get some fresh troops out on the ice. Two-two tie in the second period. Just under 7.5 to go, second period, 2-2 tie. Canada and China in the semi-final at Milano Cortina 2026. Liam Hickey sends it, or chases back into his own zone. He'll push it around the boards for Jacobs Webb. He'll shovel it out to center.
No ice.
No icing on that play. Sent out to the blue line. Tyrone Henry grabs a hold of it. And he'll push it right back in again. China has now managed 3 shots on Corbin Watson in the period, has 1 goal to show for their efforts. Hickey launches it towards the net, steered aside by Wong.
Tricky shot there.
Hickey grabs it again. Nice little, well, trying to make a nice feed for Cozzolino, out of his reach though. And Shen thinks about chasing himself and then decides to peel off. Then he turns on the speed after all.
That was a smart play though by Shen.
A dropped stick almost, well, kind of got in the way of the players.
Oh!
And Tien almost in the middle of what could have been an ugly collision.
That stick broke in half.
Cozzolino back in his own end. Slides a pass ahead for Henry. He pushes it up the side for Jacob's Webb. 3 broken pieces of broken sticks on the ice. It's a veritable yard sale. Here's Cozzolino. Had the puck an awful lot of late. Swings it ahead for Jacob's Webb. He's got it in his sled. Pushes it back for Lelev. Across the blue line, trying to feed it through. Finds the stick of Cozzolino. That's what happens with good players. The puck finds you. Here's Hickey. Nice move. Nice shot. Nice save. Wong.
It's almost like Wong he realized that first one, he gave up the entire net, the second one with the deflection, and he's going, I'm here to play now.
5:28 to go in this period. And it's a 2-2 tie. Canada and China in the semi-final game in Milano Cortina. China's played a really good period, Paul.
Exactly, picture perfect. I think exactly the way they drew it up before the game. The only way that they could stay close with Canada, and then they're doing it. And they're a little hard luck on a couple of plays. They could be up 2-0. Oh, that was...
5.5 minutes left in the second period. 15-minute periods in para ice hockey. Canada, the silver medalist from 4 years ago in Beijing. China, the bronze medalists. Canadians won gold at the World Championships in 24. McGregor redirects the puck in. Lavin racing after it. He's going to get a beat on it. Tries to center it. McGregor going after it. Good play by Wong to get there. He'll bank it off the boards and out to center. Inside of 5 minutes to play in the second period. Zhang snaps one to the Canadian blue line. Lelev is there. Absorbs a hit. The puck squirts free. McGregor, though, pushes it over to an open wing. China can't bring this in. It'll be a delayed. No, they judge that the Canadian player brought this in.
Absolutely.
Canada dodges a bit of a bullet. Here's Lavin. He's got Hickey with him. Feeds him the pass. Just barely onside. Here's McGregor following up with it. He gets a shot, but it was heavy traffic. Here's Lavin. Here's Lelev. He can't get it through to the net. Hickey trying to get to it. And Boyle, in fact, is wearing the number 13 for Canada. My mistake. Hickey wears the 23. Here's Halbert's shot. That's blocked. And it's picked up by Tyler McGregor. 2 goals in the game already. His shot stopped. Comes all the way back to Lelev at the blue line. Feeds it to McGregor in front of the net. And Lavin has drawn a penalty here. Oh, actually, no. I'm a little confused as to when the referee blew the whistle.
I thought it was going to be a holding penalty on Team China.
I think Lavin's taking it.
I think he's pointed at Team China, and they...
Well, we were confused because when the team that's getting the infraction touches the puck, the whistle should go, and it didn't.
And that's why the goalie for Team China went off. That could have been a lot of trouble, and it's right here in front of the net. He grabs Lavin. That's a good penalty. Lavin's going to put it in the empty net.
Yeah, he takes his hand and he wraps it around.
Right away, the referee has his hand up.
The thing that confused us is here. Zhang picks up the puck
and then
count a couple of steamboats.
Right, no whistle, and then Wang comes is going to the bench for the extra attacker, which could have been extremely dangerous.
Canada 1 for 3 on the power play in a 2-2 tie. Cozzolino wins it, comes back to Dixon at the blue line. Short pass to McGregor, back to Dixon. Swings it across for Hickey, and he rockets one over top of the net.
Again, another snake-bit play by Hickey.
Racing down, short-handed. Team China with Li Honghuan. Now following up is Tian. He just couldn't quite finish the deep. Looked like he had it. Here's Hickey.
Looked like watching and grabbed a hold of him there.
The Team China bench comes open, and that particular door has come open a few times. And I know they've been checking it out, so hopefully it's just user error and not a mechanical issue. Here's Cozzolino. He tries to center it. He knew Dunn was lurking in front. And it's going to be sent down the ice. Good penalty killing again by China.
Very smart. Just get the puck and fire it down. They're playing an extremely smart game.
McGregor takes the pass. He's got Hickey moving. Hickey touches it for Dixon. Smart play, but he's knocked down by Tian.
That's something you don't see very often, the sliding sled stop.
Canada is on the power play here, but can't generate anything. Here's Shen. Spins with it, killing off precious seconds here for Team China. Back to the blue line it comes. Zhu swings it over into the corner. McGregor's going to race after it. Good. Again, it's the speed of Shen that is doing a great work here for China. Dixon slides a pass to open ice. Cozzolino couldn't catch up to it. Hickey keeps it alive, but couldn't thread the needle on the pass. And China's killed off the penalty, and here they come with numbers to the Canadian blue line.
What a great penalty kill.
Yeah, that's maybe their best of the tournament, I feel like, almost.
And the worst Canada's looked on the power play.
Rob Armstrong's got the puck, starting to move Canada to the blue line. That's about as far as it gets, though. Sent all the way back in by Huang Zhujiang. Good touch there at center ice by Armstrong to negate the icing. Shen goes back, being watched by Jacobs Webb.
Smart play.
Shakes him off, swings a pass up the right side. We're inside the final minute of the second period of a 2-2 tie. Boyle hides the puck well, but he's in a bit of trouble here. Good puck support by the Canadians. Cozzolino, and he pushes it away right onto the stick of Tian, and his shot is stopped and held as Chu Dian Yang tried to beat Corbin Watson, but he had the answer.
He would have been better off to move a little in or slip it off to his winger, because Watson is not letting that in on his glove hand. He has an incredible glove hand. I think if you told China that they had an opportunity to go to the second intermission tied with Canada, they would say, please, thank you.
You'll keep in mind, they were tied 1-1 last year at the World Championships in the game after 2. Canada, 3 goals in a short span in the third, went on to win it. Shen's being escorted off.
Coach is trying to tell him, look, we had a hard time getting him through the amount of players on the bench.
Well, now China is 1 man short. Oh, now they're full strength. All right, let's drop the puck. Huang against Jacobs Webb. Zhu comes after it. Lavin flips it on the boards. Zhang is there. Boyle now for Canada. Shovels it forward. Wang's trying to get to it. He does! And he pounces on it. He's going to bring a face-off in his own zone with 25.9 seconds left. That was an adventure.
I don't think he realized that his player was coming back, and he should have thrown it into the corner transition out, and they could have got the puck out there. Here's this play. He comes across, and Watson just got enough of his arm so he couldn't come through. Here it is again, right arm. Oh, poke check. The old Johnny Bauer poke check.
Here's Lavin. He fires the rebound, deflects just to the corner. Done after it. Onto the stick of Halbert. Spins away from traffic. He'll chip it back in for Boyle. Final dozen seconds of the second period. China trying to defend and go into the intermission tied. And it's looking more and more like they're going to do exactly that. The only goal of the period off the stick of Tian Jintao. It is 2-2 after 2 periods in the semifinal game.
Dopo 2 periodi di gioco, il punteggio è Canada 2, Repubblica Popolare Cinese 2.
What a great period. There's Team China going to the dressing room with an incredible amount of momentum going into the 3rd period. Team Canada, this is where leaders like Tyler McGregor, Greg Westlake are going to have to talk to the team and get them to realize that they're still the talented team. They're Canada. They have to come on strong.
Back at the 1st period, the goals by McGregor, and then Zhang, and then the 2nd period goal by Tian Jintao. And that's where we sit, tied at 2 after 2 in this semi-final game. A ticket in the gold medal awaits the winner after the 3rd period, and then who knows what follows that.
So many nerves on the fans of both China and Canada. Everybody loves to be on the big screen, on TV, waving their flags.
While Canada 0 for 2 on the power play, not helping their cause. China 1 for 1 in that period, certainly helping their cause. And look at this, Canada dominating the face-offs. Nevertheless, China's speed has been a huge factor so far in this game. Let's see if we can get a look at it in some of the plays here with Wong.
Here's a great break, little drop pass. Tian with a beautiful, he pulled Watson to the long side and he let it rip to the short side. That is an absolute picture-perfect goal. Again, little drop pass, comes across, no chance. Blocker side, high. Picture perfect, absolutely picture perfect.
Tian Jintao's been so good in this tournament, 7 goals for him now.
That was one that Hickey had a chance, and it caught Foley in the shoulder, Wang in the shoulder. I don't think he realized it. There's Chen again. He's had a great period, almost leaked through.
His speed has really been a factor so far for Team China. And his playmaking ability, he's picked up 2 assists already in the game. Almost had another one there.
We'll see how much time he plays in the 3rd period. He could get a lot of ice time in that 3rd period. There's another chance for the captain. Wong. This was a really good stop by Watson and Wong. Castellino slows, turns. Hickey again. Glove stop. Big glove stop. Tempers flare in front of the net, as they would in a huge game. Hickey to his left hand.
All kinds of ability for sure from Liam Hickey. Had his opportunities in this game. His team couldn't score in the 2nd. They're tied at 2 with Team China through 2 periods of play in the semi-final game in Milano.
With
Team China trying to pull off the upset in the semifinal against Canada at the Santa Giulia Milano Cortina, Santa Giulia Arena rather, at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. Rob Snook alongside Paul Rosen to get set for the third period. Canada scored twice before the 12-minute mark of the first, both goals by Tyler McGregor. China got one back before the first intermission, scored early in the second period. And we sit at a 2-2 tie. The beautiful Santa Giulia Arena on the outside and the beautiful Santa Giulia Arena on the inside. Got to think there's some nervous players down there on both teams, Paul.
Well, there's no doubt about it, because for Greg Westlake and Adam Dixon, they were in Vancouver when the unthinkable happened and Team Japan beat Canada in the semifinal. So, can it happen? Absolutely it can.
Team China earned their full value for their bronze medal 4 years ago when they're playing at home. And they have sights set on at least one better color. That is what we heard from Shen in his interviews earlier in the week. They beat Korea in the bronze medal game. Now they're trying to knock off Canada here in this semi-final.
Well, we'll know in about 15 minutes or so.
Canada won Group A with a 3-0 record, wins over Germany, wins over Japan, Czechia, and Slovakia. That was Group B. China played in Group A, a 2-1 record, finished second, wins over Germany and Italy, and a loss to the US. And that's where we sit. Corbin Watson has faced 9 shots so far, but a lot of it feels like all 9 of them were high quality. Canada's fired 16 on the other end of the ice on Wang Kui. Been rewarded twice. Maybe worth repeating. They were tied 1-1 at the World Championships last year in Buffalo at the end of 2 periods. Canada scored 3 times in a span of 4 minutes and went on to win it. I'm sure that's in the back of a few players' minds.
It has to be, 100%.
For the third period in this semi-final between China in yellow and Canada in red. Halbert back in his own end, banks it off the boards, but not out. China pressuring, looking for the go-ahead goal. It slides in on Watson's net, and he deals it off. Halbert, his pass is going to miss everybody and go down for an icing. Just 20 seconds into the third period.
The one thing we'll want to look for in the first 5 minutes of this third period with a 2-2 tie is nerves. Who is looking to not make the right play, but not make the mistake? And that could be critical, trying not to make the mistake.
Jacobs Webb against Wang. Face-off won by China. The shot snapped wide of the net. Dickey's going to get after it along the boards. Expect to see a lot of him in this period, just out of the reach of McGregor. And the Chinese defenseman on that play couldn't get it out. Here's Halbert's shot, that's blocked. And it looks like it is going to come past the blue line. Good job by Jacobs Webb to hold off the check. It does come out to past the blue line. And it's a fierce battle raging there. Shen will not give a centimeter.
China's coming up with a lot of blocks.
Zhang scored his first of the tournament earlier. Canada almost caught for too many men.
Wow, they were lucky there.
Good play by Halbert there to shut off the path of Shen. And he's still calmly making the play. Now he slides it ahead for Lavin. He deals it off for Cozzolino. Brings it down the right wing side. Cozzolino knocked away, but Lavin gets it. Back to Cozzolino. Stick handles, dancing with it. Back it comes to Lavin. He shoots. Oh, good save by the goaltender.
Just got the stick on it.
Wang Now Boyle snapping one on the short side. That might have been going wide. Here's Shen. Nice play to calmly shovel it out to center ice for Tien. He's going to back up with it. Swings it back to Shen. Racing through with speed. And Halbert's going to go back and get the puck. Shen heads to the bench. Cozzolino shovels a pass. Dunn's going to get to it. Couldn't get it to Boyle, but he's going to race after it. He and Zhu ram into each other in the corner. Puck fired off the glass. A penalty coming. It's who knows who's going to touch the puck here. It's going to go against Canada. Wong doesn't come out of his net. Now he does. Trying to get an extra attacker on the ice.
He's passing it to the goalie. I have never seen that before.
He's allowed to play it there.
No, he's definitely allowed to play it. I think he got scared.
He just wanted to make sure that he wasn't, his player replacing him wasn't on the ice. So
I think he's like, I've never had somebody pass the puck to me. Well, what's going on here?
Most goalies haven't.
Yeah, geez, that was interesting. I thought a little rough. Forearm shiver.
So Boyle wasn't happy about the hit. He responds.
We've been saying it all week. Retaliation. Retaliation is going to get you in trouble.
China is 2 for 3 on the power play. Keep in mind, Canada scored 2 shorthanded goals against China back in November when they met at the Para Cup out in Dawson Creek. They get it down the ice off that face-off. Tien wheels it ahead, cross ice pass is going to be picked off by Canada and sent right back in by Oren Halbert, and it comes right back in front of the net. Zhu rims it around the boards. Good collision along the wall. Halbert battles for it. He'll shovel it back to the blue line.
Good kill.
Armstrong intercepts. He feeds it ahead to McGregor. He's got a breakaway. Tyler McGregor, the captain.
Wow, what a great shot opportunity.
And now Shen trying to take advantage of this power play. Still buzzing through center. He's got a bit of room. Shen with a shot. And that was blocked by Hickey. Good defensive play. Armstrong trying to get after the puck in the corner. It's going to be kept in by China. Still 50 seconds to work on the penalty. A long one lofted over the net. Wong leaves it for Tien. Spins it out front, but it was blocked. China stays on it, though. 2 on the puck. And then lost it momentarily. They'll dump it back in deep. Corbin Watson wants to get fresh penalty killers out, and he'll dive on that one and hold.
That was a great play. Just calm it down. They had an opportunity here. Look at this breakaway. McGregor has the entire top corner. Great shot. Just unlucky for him. Very lucky for Wang. And that's the goalie's best friend is the crossbar in the post most of the time. Right there it was. You just talked about a potential shorthanded goal.
Still half a minute to go in this penalty. Lavin in his own end. He'll just flip it high and hard. More than a flip, I guess. A good wrist shot down the ice.
We have not seen Greg Westlake in a long time.
No, not since the first period, I don't think. We knew he was going to be battling. Trying to deal with an injury. Here is Tien Jin Tao. Swings it across for Liu. Shot! In front! It's loose! And Lavin just pulls it out of the crease, barely. And they've killed off the penalty, but barely. Boyle races after it. He's going to get to this one. At least enough to negate the icing. Tien in behind the net, flips it around the boards. Kept in by Lavin. Boyle after it. He'll try to make up for his penalty, perhaps. China's going to try to clear it. He'll get it off the boards, batted out of the air by Halbert. And now controlled by Zach Lavin. Curls around with the puck. He's got a couple of options. Launches a pass for Dunn. Out of his reach. It's going to go all the way to the net. Goaltender Wong shovels it off. China, a traffic jam in behind their net. If Canada could just get the puck out front. But Zhu's going to bring it out of harm's way. Launches a pass to center for Shen. Albert watching him. He just robbed it from number 17.
Smart play.
Here's Lavin. Boyle, upended, penalty coming. Here's Cozzolino. Now the Canadian goaltender Watson comes out. Here's McGregor. What a shot. And a Chinese player has lost his helmet, Zhu. He's going to take a penalty, and he's the one who's upset with the referee.
Yeah, there was no reason to take that penalty. I think it was a team call. He clipped him there. Oh, no. Well, that was got away there with a lasso to the head. Yeah, he stuck his sled out. Got him with the tee. There was a deflection. What a beautiful... one post on one end and a crossbar on one end and a post on the other. Great deflection. Just leaks by Watson, hits the post.
9:20 to go in the third. It's a 2-2 tie in the semifinal game.
Talking about what they're doing, giving them some last-minute instructions, continuous instructions in this game. This is a critical time. 9:20 left. A very undisciplined penalty. If they can kill it off, this could give them some big momentum with about 7 minutes left. But Canada is going to do everything they can to take the lead.
Canada one power play goal so far on 4 opportunities. The best face-off man in the tournament, Anton Jacobs-Webb, comes in to take the draw against Wang Jidong, the captain of Team China. And linesman didn't like the way they dropped it. They'll do it again, but this time Jacobs-Webb's going to have to come out. In to take it comes James Dunn. It's been kind of quiet tonight after a 5-goal tournament for James Dunn. Could he be a hero yet here?
Very smart play there, all the way down.
Albert comes back at his own end. Albert strong, playing in his first Paralympic Games.
Big hit.
Here's Dunn, drop pass, Jacobs-Webb with a shot, and it was along the ice. Might have got a deflection, might have been looking for a deflection. And this pass was off the mark. Canada regrouping, McGregor at center. He'll drop it off for Boyle. Ahead for Halbert. Now grabbed by Boyle momentarily, couldn't control it. Batted out of the air by Dunn. McGregor digging for it, or Boyle digging for it, finally controlled. Well, not really controlled, it's just a fierce battle. Everybody wants it. As the seconds tick away, here's Liu, backtracking in his own end, drops it off for Shen. He loses it. Here's Jacobs-Webb, feeds McGregor, buys a bit of time, gives it back to Jacobs-Webb, trying to stick handle, gets a shot away, but not much on it. Fired around the boards by Liu, kept alive by McGregor. Holds off, holds, shoots, and he rockets it over the net. Halbert back to pick it up. Deals it into the corner for Boyle. Here's McGregor.
Great defensive play.
And it'll be fired down the ice by Tianjin Tao.
That was a great defensive play by Tian. Fires it down, gives his team a chance to change up. They better change up faster, though.
Off the bench comes Liam Hickey. Had that play broken up, grabbed by Shen. He's going to head to the bench. Done a nice job on the penalty killing shift.
Picture perfect penalty kill.
Cozzolino for Canada. 2-2 tie. Just over 7 minutes to go. Third period. Semi-final game in Milano. Here's a steal by McGregor. He's got Cozzolino, and it's just out of his reach. And picked up by Song Jiudong. McGregor's only got one stick, trying to stay with it. It's kept in by Cozzolino. Finally, it's pushed to center. McGregor just trying to get to his stick.
Great play by Corbin Watson to fire it all the way down.
But not far enough for an icing. Here's Song Jiudong, watched by Liam Hickey. Deals it off for Zhang. He banks it off the boards and out to center. Under 6.5 to play in this 2-2 tie in the third period. If we need overtime, it's 4-on-4, 10 minutes. Here's Lavin. Couldn't get it to the net. He's got it again. Zach Lavin fights off a check, banks it back for Cozzolino. His shot's gone!
Deflected by... That was a hard one.
Tapped in front, and it's 3-2 Canada. Don't know who touched it. Cozzolino shot the first one.
Wong, number 18. It deflected off of Wong. Goaltender looked at him. There was nothing he could do. With all the opportunities Canada has, they finally get one. Wong puts his hand out, something you never should do in front of your goalkeeper, and he deflects it in. And you see it right there, bangs it through. It was going wide, and it just happened to go through, and then you see Wong, the goalie, get very upset. It's a hard left play.
So, the plot thickens. 3-2 Canada. 6:07 to go, third period. Well, how many times this game we've had Wong and Jacobs Webb in the face-off dot against each other. And Dunn did not get across center, so that's an icing call against the Canadians. 3-2, they lead. 6 minutes on the clock in the third. You can cut the tension with a knife.
You hate to see a goal go in like that. It was going into the corner, but sometimes it's easier to say, leave it alone. It's harder to actually leave it alone.
Right. Face-off won by China. Looking for the equalizer. Watson stops and smothers it, and he will hold on. It's a 3-2 lead for Canada. And these two teams are going at it tooth and nail at Milano Cortina in the semifinal.
As again, Coach Nikolai Shacharkov talking. He wants to dump it in. Get it in, bringing everybody in. They have to be extremely happy right now, even though they are down 3-2. They played fantastic. A perfect game, a perfect battle.
And it hasn't just been the Shen Yifeng show. I mean, Wang Jiudong's been excellent. Song Jiudong's been excellent. Zhang's been excellent. The goaltender's been excellent. Wang Hui.
And Canada has made a lot of un-Canadian plays. They've been a little sloppy. I don't think they're going to be happy. They want this win, but I don't think they're going to be happy with the way they have played overall.
Canada face off in their own zone. Again, face off one. China, Zhu flips it towards the net, wide of Corbin Watson's net. Lavin, who got an assist on that last goal, gets run into the boards. Here's Zhu. Intercepted by McGregor. Oh, he had a chance to try to set up Jacobs Webb, and he fanned on the pass. Here's Wong, swings it across for Shen. Shen playing a high game, so he can help both offensively and defensively. Here's Armstrong. He'll bank it off the boards. McGregor just slides it around the boards for Jacobs Webb.
China making a change. Tian coming back on.
Puck flipped out to center ice. McGregor trying to get on the end of this pass. He's got Lavin going to the net, but a really strong play by Zhu to get back. He absorbs a hit from Lavin. Hickey dumps it back in the corner. Jacob Swebb races after it. Big collision there. Canada wins the battle. Here's Hickey in front for McGregor, and he just couldn't squeeze it. McGregor hiding the puck kind of under his opponent's sled. It finally comes free, and it's Tianjin Tao, and we've got an injured player on China down on the ice.
That was a tough one because they had a break.
He was in a battle there with, looked like McGregor, and I really didn't see what happened.
No, I was watching the play come out. Coach again talking, continuously giving feedback to the team.
Nikolai Sharshuskov, the Russian coach, has been part of the Chinese organization for a long time. He's done a really nice job developing this team, getting them into the top 4 in the world on a consistent basis, helping to make players more versatile. Players like Shen, used to think of just a goal scorer, now he's an all-around player.
All you have to do is go back to Beijing in 2022, where their first Paralympic Games, and they upset Korea to win, and they're bringing up the stretcher out.
Well, the applause you're hearing is not for the player down, it's for the crew that's coming in to help. All of this coming with just over 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Nervous game for both of these teams, trying to punch their ticket into the gold medal game. And of course, the concern here is for the Chinese player.
Crowd is very concerned. Referee's done a very good job in this game.
Canadian referee Patrick Myers, fellow officials Marius Hermansen Oswald and Tony Rundström from Norway and Sweden, respectively. So impressed with how quick the medical team comes onto the ice, how they're always ready for any moments where they might be called upon, a situation like this.
And it's times like that you remember that the sleds are incredible. The game is so fast, and if you do catch a sled, and we didn't see what happened, if you do catch a sled in the side, it can be something that there's Coach Roblaka. He with the whiteboard again, trying to realize there's 4 minutes and 37 seconds up. He's looking for the win. He's got every one of his players out there, talking to them continuously, trying to tell them what we have to do to win this game. They still only have a 1-goal lead.
And you wonder, does the focus turn to trying to make it a 2-goal lead, or does it come to does it turn to defending the 1-goal lead? I mean, there's the age-old question, right?
I think it has to be defend the 1-goal lead right now, and as soon as China pulls a goalie,
if they do, yeah,
if they do, you have to give it a shot for that 2-goal lead. If they give you anything, if China starts to go heavy to tie it up and you get a chance, you take that chance.
Well, it's been so wonderful to watch this Team China program develop so quickly over the last few years. They weren't in the Pyeongchang Games. They were in the Beijing Games, and then took a bronze medal at home.
And that was a big win over Korea.
And I do apologize, but we have not been able to see which player this is. But we can tell you the medical crew is in quickly, doing their job.
The hard part now for Team China is they have to get back to hockey.
Yep. Well, we can see the 5 players on the ice for China. It's not Shen, it's not Wang, it's not Tiang, it's not Zhu. And those were several of the very key players that have just had outstanding games for China here to get them where they are. But we're certainly concerned about the player who was hurt. And we apologize, just didn't see the number, and then he was kind of curled up and we couldn't see. We're glad the crew is taken care of. Back underway. Sent around the boards by China. They're trailing by a goal. Lalive off the boards for McGregor. He'll launch one on net. Oh, he was trying to go on net. Bounces off into the corner. Jacobs Webb after it. Slammed against the boards by Zhu. Clock watching going on here. 4 minutes to play. Wraparound, he scores! Beautiful wraparound. It's a 2-goal lead for Canada.
And Liam Hickey, we've talked about him all week, how snake-bit he's been in tournaments before. He's been scoring and scoring. He's making some great plays, but what a goal. You couldn't get a bigger goal to take a 4-2 lead with 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Comes out from behind the net. Here it is here. Puck is stuck. We're not sure what's going on. Hickey picks it up, sneaks around, and just puts it under the goalie. He turns a little too far. Doesn't hug the post, takes it right here, picture perfect underneath him, and Canada looks like they may dodge a bullet.
What a high skill play though by Liam Hickey, that is for sure. Canadians dump the puck in, and guess who's chasing again? It's Hickey. Wong though decides he does not like that situation, covers it up with 4:03 on the clock.
And now the problem for Team China is they have to open it up. There's only 4 minutes left in the game. They can't lay back anymore. They have to push, push, push. And when you push, that's when you can make mistakes.
But on the other hand, sometimes you push and you score. So that's what they're trying to do. There's a shot fired over top of the net by Hickey. McGregor takes a hit, but dumps it in. Sent back in behind China's net. Anton Jacobs-Webb goes after it. Taken hard against the boards. Song comes in, tries to take it away from McGregor. Liu rims it around the boards. It'll be kept in deep in the zone by Canada. Here's Hickey, flips it by one player. He'll take it, slide it in for McGregor. Inside of 3.5 minutes to play. McGregor, Hickey, Armstrong, if he can catch up to it, he can. Banks into the corner. Liu Ji after it. Jacobs-Webb after him. Puck still loose. Now Tianjin Tao has a chance. He couldn't get it by Cozzolino. Here's Jacobs-Webb. Wang Zhu-Zhang playing tough. There's a shot by Cozzolino. Big save by Wang Hui.
The last minute and change, Team Canada is doing exactly what they should have been doing all game. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Force Team China to go the wrong way, and here's what happened. And there's that goal again. That's a deflection goal. Canada's happy.
McGregor picked up an assist. He's been in on 3 of Canada's 4 goals in the game. And it's just a scramble for the puck. Cozzolino has it under him. Dunn's going to grab it. And we're going to get this blown down on a glove pass. And so they'll bring the faceoff outside the blue line. It was a Canadian glove pass.
Canada will not have a problem with doing that because they're killing time. The more it happens, the more the puck continues, the more the clock goes down.
Cozzolino this time shovels the puck into the zone. Shen back for it. Kind of wants to get him moving up ice. He can fly. It's going backwards here. Just shovels it across for Zhu. Under 2:20 to play. Back to Shen. Cross ice. Finds Zhang. And it's flipped up in the air by Cozzolino. He'll deal it off for Boyle. Look at the battle just raging along the boards. Good backup there by Cozzolino with Boyle in the midst of it. And you can just hear the officials yelling, trying to keep everybody out of the penalty box.
Getting a little rough now.
Here is Zhu Zhanfu. He'll rip it off the boards and out to center. I don't know if China's going to get a chance anytime soon to pull the goaltender. Things have slowed down to a slow pace. Zhen trying to follow up, but the Canadians are fully aware of Shen. Cozzolino's just going to filter it out to center. Lavin grabs it. His pass is intercepted by Huang. And he's going to dump it down the ice. And it's going to be an icing call against China with 72 seconds left in the third period and down by 2.
And that is exactly what you did not want to do. Ice the puck with 1:12 left.
Per maggiori informazioni sui giochi e sugli eventi futuri, visitate il nostro sito Milano Cortina 2026.
When you take the positive out of this game, I know it's 4-2 now for Canada. China has to keep their head up high. They played an incredible game.
Jacobs Webb was on the draw. He kind of pushed it out to the blue line and ends up way out at the Canadian blue line. Lavin, Halbert, too far for McGregor. Halbert again launches it towards the Team China net. Shen goes back for it, watched by McGregor. They'll push it back in behind his net. Huang Chujiang, back to Shen. Turns away from the check. Pushed down the ice. Might be another icing. It will, with 30 seconds left.
And Team China's, that's all they can do is try that long stretch pass. Canada just taking the puck. As soon as they get it, firing back in. It doesn't have to be pretty right now. It just has to be effective.
But the problem for China is that the player who's making the pass should be the player on the other end of the pass.
100%.
Shen is the one they want, who has so much speed. And like this, he's trying to get a hold of it. Good play by Armstrong to keep it in. Cozzolino follows up. The stick goes flying up in the air. Nikolai Sharshustkov, the coach, catches it.
What a grab.
Yeah, don't see that very often. Here's a centering pass broken up by Dunn. His shot snapped wide of the net. And after an absolutely feisty and impressive effort by Team China, it's going to be Canada winning it 4-2 semifinal victory. They're into the gold medal game for the 3rd straight Paralympic Winter Games. And for China, they'll be battling for bronze.
Team China gave it everything they had to, from start to finish. Couple of little breaks here and there that went their way instead of went against them. Might have been a different outcome, but their program looks really good as they move on now to play for a bronze medal.
goals in the third period. Cozzolino and Hickey. The Hickey goal, the insurance goal. The Cozzolino goal, the game winner, his 5th of the tournament. Hickey scores his 4th. And that was enough. Despite a super effort by Team China. They were ready for this game. They had the right game plan, and it almost worked.
I think there's two ways to look at it for both teams. If you're Team China, you go back to the room, obviously you're disappointed, but you have to look at how far you've come, what you did to this great Canadian team. If you're Team Canada, you just have to take a massive deep breath and know what you have in store next. Yeah,
you dodged a bullet. Your fans are happy you've done that. You're into the gold medal game. You can thank your fans, they'll thank you. Still medals on the line for these two teams. Canada now guaranteed a silver, but you know they want gold.
Greg Westlake with his helmet off didn't play much. Just blew a kiss and waved to his wife and his son. 20 years ago, he was 19 years old. Now he has a wife and a kid.
Teams will have about 48 hours or so to prepare for the gold medal final. Good effort by Wang Wei, that is for sure. Faced 21 shots with 17 saves. Shen Yifeng had a couple of points. Continues to be a great playmaker. So yes, the shots look like it's a big edge for Canada. It didn't really feel like that in the game, 21-11. Canadians will want to work on their power play efficiency, I suspect. They got to be happy with their face-offs. They were dominant in that area. One more game to play for both teams. They'll both be battling for medals. Canada will face the United States in the gold medal game, and for China, it'll be a battle against Czechia for bronze. Sigh of relief for Team Canada. They are through to the gold medal game. Team China gave them everything they had, and China has a chance for back-to-back bronze. It was a great show in this semifinal in Milano. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. What a game. What a semifinal. The medals are on the line next.